Good morning, everyone. Last week, I suggested that you ask your parents how they got their first job. And I'm pleased to say that several parents agreed to be interviewed. Let's start with Sonia's father.
So tell me about your first job, Dad.
My father used to run a small garage, and as I was the oldest child in the family, I was expected to join the business. But I was a good student, and my teachers persuaded my parents to let me go to university. I thanked them for paying for my studies, and in return I promised to work for my dad during the holidays. It was hard work, and I wasn't very good at it. I accused my father of forcing me to do all the worst jobs. My father admitted giving me hard jobs and assured me that it was good for me to learn new skills. After a while, I started to enjoy the job. In fact, I enjoyed it so much that after graduating from university, I begged my dad to take me on in his company. He insisted that I start at the bottom and work my way up. He explained that he wouldn't give me any privileges because I was the boss's son. Now that I'm the manager, I'm a better boss for starting at the bottom.
That was very interesting. Thanks, Sonia. Now it's Martin's mother's turn.
My dream was to be a pilot, but my parents refused to pay for my studies. They warned me that it would be a difficult job for a woman and urged me to choose a different profession. I insisted on following my dream career and joined the army so I could be a military pilot. I finally convinced my parents that I was happy and doing a job I loved, and they finally stopped worrying about me. In fact, they congratulated me on becoming a pilot and added that they were very proud of me. When I got married and had you and your sister, I had to take a break, but your father encouraged me to go back to work. I'm working for a local airline now.
Thank you, Martin. Now, let's have a break.
Hello again. Today we'll talk about reporting verbs. You already know two reporting verbs, tell and say. Here's just a quick reminder of the verb patterns these two verbs take. She said that she wanted to become a pilot. She said to me that she wanted to become a pilot. She told me that she wanted to become a pilot. Now let's look at some other reporting verbs and the verb patterns that follow them. These are the verbs that are followed by a that clause. Here are some examples from the video. He explained that he wouldn't give me any privileges because I was the boss's son. He insisted that I start at the bottom and work my way up. Last week, I suggested that you ask your parents how they got their first job. The verbs suggest, insist, and recommend can also take a different verb pattern. I suggested that you should ask your parents how they got their first job. He insisted that I should start at the bottom and work my way up. And here are some verbs followed by the to infinitive. I promised to work for my dad during the holidays. My parents refused to pay for my studies. These are some of the verbs followed by the ing form. You always use the ing form after verbs followed by a preposition, like apologize for, insist on, and object to. I insisted on following my dream career. Here's another group of verbs. These are followed by an object. Unfortunately, there are no rules about verb patterns, so it's always good to check the verb pattern in a dictionary. And practice, practice, and then practice some more. That's all for today. Thank you.